Hello, crew, people.
Hello, motley crew bastards.
We're calling you the Motley Crew Bastards from now on. That's it. We're gonna be edgy.
Oh great, I've just ruined this channel.
That's fine. There's a high potion there if you want to get high. Yeah, welcome to this bit of the game, which I sort of forget about, but it's a thing. It tries to act all... I guess it's to introduce you to puzzles, but there's a puzzle section later on that just goes over it as a tutorial, so it's pretty pointless, but there we go. In fact, this, once again, as I said in the previous part, this entire section never gets brought up again. It's a bit bizarre, but there we go.
Is this literally just a dream?
No.
So he doesn't go, yeah, is anyone going to explain what the fuck that was?
Oh, don't worry. He definitely catches. He definitely like catches up on that later on. In fact, he does a lot of that later on.
I think like 15 hours, and he's like, it's like, oh yeah, 15 hours ago. Can anyone answer me what the fuck that was? And they're like, what happened 15 hours ago?
Well, put it this way. I will say this much. The area of the world he's in, and the location and the circumstances of the area he's in has changed. And I will say this as well. His explanation for everything that's just happened is quite literally, he got high. And everyone just passes it off as yes.
I would have just said I got completely, absolutely drunk.
This guy here. Right, so this is like a scenario sequence, but you can fight this guy again later on, or at least a variation of him later on. And for whatever reason they decided to buff his health up and make him the most difficult boss in the entire game. It's optional, but it's jarring. You look at him, it's like having, I don't know, one of the starting like basic enemies and then just going, yeah, give him 1,000,000 health and crap ton of strength.
Oh, I think it would be best to say right now, if anyone who's played this game is wondering, one optional boss you're not doing.
Oh, I'm not doing Omega. Yeah, I am not doing Omega. I do go to the Omega Ruins. You have to do something very specific to go to the Omega Ruins. The only reason why I go to the Omega Ruins is to level up.
My friend says that there's actually a way you can actually, like, it's a foolproof plan that you can basically, like, beat the boss, like, really easily.
Yes, there is a method of doing it, but the method of doing it is so long-winded, and basically, the summons in this game, we'll get more into them later on because they actually are a main part of the plot of this game, but the summons later on, you can get a number of optional ones. Problem with all of these optional summons are, they require you to do things from the beginning of the game and have the knowledge to do so. So say like if you encounter the area of a summon later on in the game, they will go, oh yeah, you can't go past this point, and they won't have any explanation why, until later on when it says, oh yeah, you need to do this thing at the beginning of the game. I don't do it here, because it is way too much trouble to do so. People love the summons, but it is way too much trouble to do so.
It's one of those really complicated things that doesn't tell you how to do it.
Essentially. It's a bit annoying. And in fact, I go into this game...
Is it just as bad as the original Crash Bandicoot 2, where to get the blue gem, you had to not break a box and it gave you no hints on this?
Essentially, there is a lot of really similar things. It's like a daisy chain of just bad events. Actually going to like the first part of this, so with the mindset I had in the previous episode when I was recording that, I went, I'm actually going to do it, and then I completely forget to do it, and I go, well, I'm not starting this over again, let's just continue as normal.
Need fire.
Yeah, so this is the only time
Whenever anyone said to me last that they need fire, my house burnt down. I don't trust anyone who says they need fire again.
That's okay, because this is very short-lived.
No, I told you, you don't need fire! Bye-bye everyone, I'm on fire.
ladies and gentlemen, the only time when you'll for whatever reason the capture removes saved sequences, but it's the only time when I actually keep one in. Everything else is edited out, so enjoy that little bit of blackness for no apparent reason.
Is that literally how the save? I thought where it was like your capture software just didn't work. Like briefly.
Oh, well, we got Flint, so the natural thing to do is find Tinder now, and then we can get this bad boy started.
Or just get 2 stones and do what Sid did in Ice Age and become the Fire King.
I mean, we could do that, but it turns out someone got married here, so the natural thing to do is steal their wedding flowers. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, withered bouquet. And you can go to this random area here for a chest if you want. This game gives you a crap ton of healing potions and then sells them to you for a really goddamn cheap price later on. I'm not even kidding you. High potions are like chump change later on. You could do like an entire currency system based off of...
How much gil roughly? It's still gil, right?
It's still gil, yeah.
How much is it roughly?
Well, put it this way, for every fight you get an average of around just over 100 gil. Yeah, high potions are around 50 gil.
Is that their cheapest, or do they get cheaper?
You can haggle. I actually do something a bit later on with a certain merchant who we'll come across, where if you donate a certain amount of money to him...
beat him up and steal everything he has.
I wish that was a possibility. You can do this thing later on, where if you donate a certain amount of money to his cause, he will put a massive discount on all of his items, and I do that. Because it actually becomes massively handy later on. Status elements be damned, this game loves to curse you, poison you, and petrify you.
I forgot what curse does.
You know what?
I need
Me too,
food.
because I use holy water, like, automatically
Wait,
whenever it happens.
Curse was that in
What do
7?
you want?
Curse happens in 7, yeah.
I might have got cursed
It
once,
was a
but I can't
bad
remember what
call.
happens.
I think it's something like,
Your team lost because of you.
I used to hate blind.
You came to save that.
yeah, blind is a thing in this game as well, but I
You have too many eye drops for that.
It would not just that, but you'll notice as we go throughout this game that I do things in advance. Like to any other normal person, it will look like that I've just gone crazy, and I go, I'm putting on this because I like the looks of it. I actually do prepare for battles because I'm not crazy. I pause in the middle of battles as well because I'm just thinking, yeah, will this work 10 steps ahead?
Oh, so you'd be probably pretty good at Puyo Pop.
No.
Me neither.
Here, we get an introduction of another character here as well. Another brief playable character because this game loves those.
Don't go out on me.
For me,
Yeah.
I thought he was going to... I read that wrong. I thought he
Just
said,
hold
don't
on.
go out
Get
without
my
me.
wood.
It's like he sounds really depressed.
I'm so alone. Oh, we're friends. It's a puppy. Oh, finally, someone. Oh, there's 2 of you. Oh.
I just think that's what he's actually thinking.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you're not a nice puppy. Must kill.
Do you want to play fetch? Maybe if I hit the stick in your face, you'll learn to play fetch. There we go. Oh,
like-
he's high-fived me.
I'm imagining like he's hitting it and it's like he grabs the sword in his mouth. It's like, you learned to play fit. Ow!
Oh, this is really
great.
fun. I mean,
I
the
mean,
gashes
it's
in my
like-
chest won't heal anytime soon.
I'm literally imagining like he's got the sword in his mouth. It's like, okay, now bring the sword back, and he flips his sword so the handle's in his mouth. He starts swiping his head at you.
Quick little note as well in terms of Bill here. Still calling him Bill. He is the, well, besides from this character which comes in now, he is the fastest character in the game, which means that depending on which characters you've got in which specific order, they can actually get attack in.
Oh no,
before,
it's a don't two gas mask zombies.
Oh, these guys come up a lot. Welcome to the freaking pirate gang, which, I don't know, they're not really properly explained. They have motives, but their motives don't make sense, and then, but later on they go, wait, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Let's be good for some reason. Oh yeah, grenades. Just grenades.
Last person I know that's ever used something close to a grenade, or even a grenade, was Reve from Black Lagoon. Is this Reve?
Poor shots. Fun fact, Riku's grenades, oh shit, what a name. It gets told in 2 seconds time. I'm calling her Riku. I'm assuming that people know that anyway. I mean, that's her name. I don't know why they hide her name for that matter. But anyway,
There's plot twist?
it's
I mean, they do that, they can, I think it's because you can name your character anyway.
You can't in this one. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, when she uses her grenades, they'll consistently do around 360 damage. That never changes. You can never upgrade that. It's a bit weird, to be honest. When you've got characters that can like swing and then they go from doing like 100 to like 999 damage, she will forever do like 300, and it's a bit frustrating. But
Question, does he just grab her leg and just like, be my friend?
something.
My name is Bill. I like underwater football. I have a sword.
Well, he essentially gets kidnapped here, but he's very accepting of the kidnapping because he's
So
lonely.
it's very Black Lagoon then.
Very Black Lagoon. Well, just the next, like, I want to say 30 minutes of very Black Lagoon, yes. Fun fact, the language in this game which I'm talking, I'll bet, you can actually learn. Did I bother to?
No.
No. The only reason why I didn't bother to is because their expressions are pretty plain and obvious. It's not
So
like...
basically she's saying she fancies him.
I'm pretty sure she punches him in the dick. That's the only thing I got from that.
Oh, I thought she was basically saying that she wants his dick.
I mean, he thinks that, but no. I don't actually know. She's weird. Riku's really weird. Her entire character and I just being is a massive plot convenience. I mean, it works, but it doesn't stop it from being a plot convenience. Welcome to the airship that's not an airship that we'll see for precisely 30 more minutes. Yeah, this game...
Yeah, this is our airship, not airship.
This
What?
game loves its false starts. It's really weird. Oh look, we're on deck. Oh, I bet we're gonna do a lot on this location, aren't we?
Hey, that hurts.
You punched me in my nipple there. Totally there.
Whoa.
Seriously, I'm sensitive there.
Oh. Right, yeah, forgot about him.
Fire tattoos.
I'm pretty sure he just said penis. I'm pretty sure that's what he just said.
What, just fire tattoos?
Just fire tattoos, just all around. It's a beautiful sight.
For fuck's sake, man, don't you understand me?
Look, I bought you speedos and everything. I need you to jump in the ocean.
I'll stab you.
Also, for someone who's got guns pointed at him, he's pretty calm about the entire ordeal. All it took was for one person to say a single line of English. Now he's like, "Oh my god, are we dating now? Are we? Are you my girlfriend?"
I'm just thinking, like, it's just like, wait, you can understand me? Can we bang? That's probably why he got punched. Because like they knew what his mind was saying.
Jesus. Lord only knows. Okay, so, you know, that save point's pretty useful, right? Like, really useful. It's not like it's going to be 1 or 2 minutes time. Oh yeah, level up system. I'll briefly go over this. So I do pause for the tutorial, but I'll explain it 10 times better. Because, lol. Basically, you see the S level thing there underneath the name. That means the amount of spaces you can move, and you need spears, well, basically, ability orbs to unlock specific abilities as you go throughout the grid. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Interesting.
This game loves to keep telling you that, though. Also,
I think the level up system, the attribute points in Final Fantasy 15 is better.
Yeah,
because you can get them so easily just by killing shit, and that's what I do in that game. I kill shit.
I'll say this, for this game, it makes things really interesting because essentially everyone's got a set job. Bill, in this case, is a warrior, which means that he is focused on fast attacks and getting out of there. But if you level them up enough...
Wasn't like fast attacks reserved for thieves?
Riku is technically classed as a thief.
Is she faster than
She
Bill?
is that's a margin, but by the time we see her again soon, Bill will be at least 10 times faster than her.
Interesting.
Bit broken, but there we go. But yeah,
But then again, I think you're the one who's breaking it.
yes, I am substantially. In fact, by the time we get about halfway through this game, I'm already over in someone else's like level up grid.
Didn't you say there was supposed to be a character that when you meet him again at some point, he's supposed to be a higher level than you, but you're way too overpowered.
Yeah.
Like, there's no comparison.
Remember,
What the fuck was that? I just saw cheer.
yes, cheer basically raises defense. So yeah, you know Auron from before.
Yep, and I was just about to say that is a frighteningly large system.
Grid. By the time we're finished with the game, it won't be. It becomes more of a waiting game than anything else.
It's like a board game, a scary board game.
Well, if you mean by scary board game, all you do is move forward, yes.
But the thing is, do you just move forward and it's like a set path, or does it branch off? Oh, it looks like it branches off.
You get a bit of both. Each character starts in their own separate area of the grid, but once you've leveled up enough, you can actually cross over to other people's grids, which is why it becomes a little bit interesting later on, because...
Now, do we start fighting each other?
and then they challenge each other to, like, frickin', what's that thing from Karate Kid? I was going to say Agni Kai, that's from...
I've never watched it.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us.
They challenge you to a
It's not active
Shogugeki
now,
from
but there should still be some
Food
power.
Wars.
We're gonna go
So they have a
down there and
massive
activate it.
cooking battle.
And then we should be able to salvage the big
But yeah,
That'd be
parts.
interesting.
Later on in the game, you'll see
Okay,
things like
let's
Bill
get to
will
work.
have Cure, which is a
Roger.
healer's thing. That's only because I keep crossing over into spears. That was fun. Okay, stopwatch is at the ready, because this is goddamn ridiculous. He must be down here for like a good hour or two.
What's the average time a human can breathe underwater?
I assumed it was something like 4 minutes?
Something like that.
They actually bring this up in not the sequel, but like the international version of this game, which is packaged with the HD version, has like an epilogue, and they do bring this up, but it's not explained. Like, just because you bring it up doesn't mean that you've like solved it. This is still weird. He still should be dead. Anyway, we're gonna punch some fish.
Oh no, I know this music.
Yeah.
And you've got rid of it.
Yeah, you'll start hearing that music a lot more because I own random battles in this game. For whatever reason,
Epic.
well, this game tries to do something where it gives you enemies that are slightly manageable for you at that moment in time, and a lot of XP for it, which means you should always be over-leveled, at least for the first part of the game. That was my edit.
Out of all the Final Fantasy games you've played, what's your favourite battle music?
Oh my god.
Even if you just heard it and not played the game.
I don't know. One is iconic to me, but I do like 7th rendition.
I will say my favourite one, even though I've not played the game, would be the boss music from Final Fantasy IV. That music is fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah, quick warning. There is some boss music in this game that will make your ears bleed. Not because it's bad, but because whoever decided to put bats screaming up to a microphone needs to be shot.
By the way, I haven't said that, but I'm going to say it now. There are probably going to be times I'm going to ask you if you can repeat yourself, because we're using Discord, and for some reason it's cutting out a few times, but it's more stable than Skype. I'll say that now.
It
with
is, and
confidence.
we're using a beautiful system called Craig that is helping us out record this.
I thought that's what you named him because he was your child.
We shall never mention Craig again. He will sit in the corner of the room holding his microphones. Yeah, I'm being him tonight.
But Daddy, I love you.
Oh yeah, how's this for a boss battle as well? So this is meant to be intimidating and you're meant to put a lot of thought and strategy into
is it this level that you said that has the bats up to a microphone?
No, that comes a little bit later on. This music here though is repeated way too much for its own good. Essentially you listen to this and you're meant to go, okay, this is meant to be this big epic boss battle, and they keep repeating it for every boss battle up until a point, and it just makes it really redundant. Also, he was holding his grenade.
That sounds like area boss music.
Yeah. This guy is a piece of piss.
So is this basically just a mini boss partway through?
No, he's meant to be a legit boss. I'm just too good.
Yeah, well, you're chucking grenades at an octopus.
To be fair, he had grenades on him, so I'm not really gonna argue that point.
Oh, interesting.
Here we go, trigger command. So the whole puzzle element, you can occasionally go into this menu here, hit this thing, and then do this thing.
Did you just get health for that?
Yep, just because we're doing absolutely nothing, and for whatever reason he went, ooh, I had, I don't know, paracetamol.
Wait, is there no, ow? Is there no, like, defend ability then?
There is, but you have to unlock it on the grid. It's,
Oh, for
yeah.
fuck's sake.
And I never use it. I think I used it for once, but that's just a waste of turn. And then later on I learned that you can press triangle and skip a
I'm
turn.
sorry, that makes no sense. Right, you've played The Sims, right?
Yeah.
1 to 4, or know about it?
1 to 4, yeah.
If you think about the chronological order that's supposed to be in, so you know, like, 3 is supposed to be the first one, and I think it goes from 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, Sims got dumber. Because it's like, 2 is considered to be the latest one, but they cannot climb out of pools if it doesn't have a ladder. And yet they can do that from the start at 3.
Yeah.
So basically this one, they've just got really dumb. It's like, I don't know how to defend myself. Oh, pincer attack.
Essentially, well, yeah, you can do various tactical decisions in this game when it allows it. I wouldn't say that they don't guard because they don't know how.
Tentacles, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh, especially with a nice, lovely woman in a swimsuit.
No, but it keeps doing it to Bill, so this is yaoi. That's gotta be... Tentacles has to be the name of this episode.
It's... yes.
It has to be the name of it.
You might have noticed that by this point I don't bother healing because this guy is about to go down.
Okay, now he's just using tentacles on Riku. Seriously, this is definite full-on hentai.
I don't even use high potions. High potions heal 1,000 health, but there's
Healed her up
no
to
point.
max. You better replace that last tentacles attack with the word hentai. You could have.
Isn't this riveting?
This boss just feels... Okay, now he's dead. I mean, I normally love RPG games, but...
That's a tough one, isn't it? A tough one to watch.
Yeah, it's like the same attacks over and over. Maybe it's just because it's early game.
You would think so. You would definitely think so. And then you realise that every single boss in this game has a set pattern, and as long as you've got it written down somewhere, say like someone who's played this game before, it becomes a joke. I don't have any...
So you're telling me we have to watch 20 hours of that?
No. There's this game actually excels in the gameplay department because there's enough variance for that not to be too jarring. It only happens in boss battles.
The boss
and
battles
there's
are a fucking joke.
Yes. Well,
Unless you play against Omega.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there is one particular boss which we'll get to much later on that I actually stepped away from for a period of time just because of how annoying he is. A lot of people stopped playing that specific boss, and yeah,
No, the
we'll
episode's
get to
over.
that soon now. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yep. I
Um,
kinda did until the boss.
it just, yeah, well, things going to get a lot more interesting in the next part.
Oh, okay.
So, we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Catch you later.
Yeah.